Hi guys, welcome to the Resinator. The scales are on the desk, so that means it's a Resincrete day. I am going to be making a apple candle, and this is just like any of the other apple moulds that are about, but this is a smaller one. It's quite cute actually, but it does have some bits in there, so I need to get that. So I'm going to be adding some green pigment to it. I've got Wolf Green by Create and Bloom, and obviously because I'm adding it to white it's going to be a lot lighter, so I'm hoping that it's going to have sort of the look of a golden delicious apple about it, but we'll see. What I'm going to do is cast the entire lid, and then there's something in there, there's always something in my moulds, and then I will paint the stalk and the leaf, probably in acrylic paint, before I seal the whole thing. So scales on, not sure how much this is going to take. I'm going to go with 100 to start with, so that'll be 100 powder. So 100 powder, and that'll be 30 water. So we're just going to add water until the scales say 130. There we go. I've gone over slightly, but it is what it is. So let's give that a stir. I probably should have made 200 looking at this. We'll see though. Okay, so let's add some pigment. Give it a stir. Not sure how much it will take. It's quite a runny one, that one. Just making sure there's no pigment on the sides of the cup. I think I might want a little bit more in there actually. Okay. Let's pop that in and see what we've got. Yeah, definitely just over 200. That's only just half filled it. So let's hope I can get the same colour, eh? Okay, so I'm going to have to mix a little bit more just to fill that up, but it will only be a tiny bit, and then I will see you back for the demould. These are cured now, so we're going to pop them out. You can see where I had to make up another batch, but the colour difference isn't that much, so we'll get away with it. Now I need to be careful getting this bit out because of the little stalk. Ah, there we go. Surprised I got that out without breaking it. There we go, that's quite cute. The lid's not a very good fit though, to be fair, but it's still cute. So the next thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to give it another 24 hours to make sure it's completely dry, and then we're going to paint the stalk and the leaf on the top, give it a coat with sealer, and then add our wax. So I'll see you back for the next stage. These have been curing overnight now, so they're ready to paint. As you can see, I did actually make a second one because I really like this mould, so I thought I'd do another one. So the only bits that I'm going to paint are the little stalk and the leaf. So have I opened this? That's the question. Yes, I have. Not going to need very much. Now to start with, I'm just going to give them a base coat of brown and green, but then after that I will layer them. I quite like that one as it is actually. I might leave that like that and take a little bit of this brown off if I can. Quite like that rustic effect, so I think I'm going to leave them like that. So I need to wait for these to completely dry, and then I'm going to come back and give the whole lot a coat with a heat proof and waterproof sealer, ready to add our wax. So I'll see you back for the next stage. These are all dry now, so the next stage is going to be to seal them. Now I'm using J. Diction Resincrete gloss sealer, and I'm using this because it's water and heat resistant, and obviously we're going to have candles in here, so it will need to be heat resistant. So let's pop a bit in my little cup. And when I make these candles, I usually give them 2 coats. So I will do the first coat, let that dry, and then do a second coat. These sponges come with the Resincrete sealer. You just want to make sure that the inside's got a really good coat, because the heat's going to be in on the inside. And I will do the bottom, but I will do that last because I'll need to turn it over. And again, I'll do the underside of the lid once the top side's dry. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. I'll then wait for it to dry completely and give it a second coat. And once that is dry, I'll be back for the final stage. These are all sealed now and they're all ready for their wax. So I'm just going to take the lids off. They've been drying for 24 hours. Not sure if I've made enough wax, but we'll see. These are going to be a little bit awkward to get the wicks in as well because they're quite narrow, so let's see how I do getting them in there. I might have to do it like that. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That was a bit easier than I thought it was going to be, actually. So that's one. These are always a pain to get off. There we go, so they are ready for their wax. There's my wax all ready to go. I'm just popping some gloves on. So the colour that I'm going to add to this is red. It's probably going to look more pink, but we'll see. And I'm actually going to add some apple essential oil to it as well. Okay, so that's 4 drops. That's 8. I want it quite dark really because it does go pale. It goes quite pale once the wax cools down and solidifies. I've been squirting that now, so I have no idea how much I've put in there, but that's where I'm going to stop. So hopefully I've made enough. It's quite difficult to judge. Got a spare one here just in case I had anything left over. Obviously that's not enough to make a full candle, but that's fine. I might just keep this as a drip, a wax drip tray. So let's position these properly before they start to solidify. There we go. Okay, so I will come back once these have solidified and it's time to trim off the wicks, and I'll show you what they're like all finished. These are all ready to go now, so we're gonna cut the wicks down. There we go. Now I used a different wax this time because I'd used up all of the soy wax that came in the kit that I started with, and this one seems to have shrunk a bit. So I'm not sure why it's done that. The other wax wasn't doing that, so I'll have to see if it does it again the next time I use it. But on the whole, I'm really happy with these. I need to cut that wick down a tiny bit more, else my lids are not going to go on. There we go. That's better. So there we go. I'm actually really pleased with how these have come out. I love them. Absolutely love them. So this colour was from Create and Bloom, and I can't remember what it was called, but it's one of Lou's eco resin pigments. And there you go, apple candles that smell like apple. So if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a couple of little clicks, it's free, and it really helps me grow the channel. Links to everything that I've used in this project will be in the description, along with links to the various companies that I'm affiliated with, along with money off codes. There's also links to my Etsy store and Amazon wish list, and the link to buy me a coffee. Also down below are buttons to join the channel as a member and the super thanks button, and everything that comes in from all of those goes straight back into the channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching, and a special thank you to all of my members and subscribers. I really appreciate you coming by and supporting me, and all that's left to say is thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.